What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Madden 21 video for you guys here today. In this video, I'm going to be going over a good coin making method. Now, I will start by saying this is not going to be consistent, right? Well, it could be, but it's going to be a little bit hard to set it up. It really depends on how you can get your training. And I'm going to kind of explain everything that does go into it, right? So it's going to be in this random all rookie hero token. So it costs you $17.50 of this training. And for $17.50 training, I'll go to the store and show you. But it's about 8,000 basically is what you're basically going to start with. If you go, how you want to do this is go program and then go all the way to all rookie. And then I just go through collectible, right? Because you can see that the tokens are what show up, but you just want only the tokens, no players, obviously. And you can see it depends on the players, right? There's 7.5, 8.5, and some of them will be a little bit more. It just depends on what set you're putting them into, because obviously the cards that you're putting them into that are the most expensive, their tokens are probably be most expensive. So the way you can do this if you wanted to is go away from collectibles and just go quality, and then you know that they're going to be in these sets, right? So what you can do is just basically look through and see who do you think is the most expensive, right? So like for instance, CD Lamb. You know, he seems to be pretty expensive compared to the other cards in here. And then I believe there's some 96s as well, right? So you can see how much they're going for. 240, 260, 266, right? For those ones. Patrick Queen's going for 278. But it's not going to make too much of a difference, but it is going to make a little difference. But basically how this works is for $17.50 training, you're going to get basically 8,000 coins, which comes out to about 4.5 coins per training, right? So for each one training that you spend, obviously you spend it in a bulk, but when you spend one training, you're getting 4.5 coins back return. So how this works and how you can make this work for yourself is by actually basically doing the opposite and getting cards for cheaper than that, right, to go ahead and put in. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to find someone that's not an NAT in my item binder. It doesn't really matter about the overall. It's just easy to use it, right? So Ken Norton right here is a 92. You can see he goes for 89,000, which, you know, not every player, like I wouldn't use Ken Norton. He's probably not a good example just because there's not a lot of campus heroes. So we'll use Xavier McKinney. He goes about 42,000 for a 91 overall, right? Let's see how much training he gives me. He would give me 7,100 training. So what you do is 41,000 divided by 7,100 training. That comes out to about 5.77 coins per training, right? So that means if I was to sell him and get the 7,100 training, what you do is 7,100, and then you go back to the store. So we know we have 7,100 training, right? Now go back to the store, and then what you're going to want to do is look at this. So it's divided by 1750. So for 7,100 training, we would basically be able to open up 4 packs. But the thing is, we know we're only going to be able to sell these campus tokens for about 8,000 each. That's only going to come out to about 32,500, which we know that we could just sell that card for 40,000. So basically the way you're going to want to do this is through a little bit of sniping and just like not market manipulation, but just figuring out what's going to work best for you, because what you're going to be able to do is, like I said, you want to make sure now if we spend 28,000 on a 91 overall, all of a sudden, right, now you're spending 28,000 and you can make a little bit of money, you know, or whatever the thing is, right? So different overalls might be different, you know, how much you make, right? Because it's all about the training currency and how much training is going for. So if we go and we look at the 91 right now, this is just obviously receivers. We can see they're about that 40,000 mark. So they would be too expensive, right? 43,000 I think is the lowest one right there. That would be too expensive for us to do. But what you can do is just basically search through and try to find if you can snipe any of these players, you know, to see if you can snipe any of them for cheap, then it will really help you out. You know, you can make coins that way. You know, like I said, it's going to be a little bit harder to set it up because you really do have to get those cards for cheap, but it's not always going to work, right? So what you can also do is you can look for a 90 overall, right? So for 34,000 right here, you exchange a 90 overall rookie player for 3 random all rookie hero tokens. So once again, the 90 goes for about 35,000 right now. If you can get that for cheaper than the 3 tokens you're going to get, then it can work. Same thing for basically all of these overall. So for instance, we know 8 times 7 would be about 53,000. If we look at this, it's 85,000. So that doesn't make sense, but some of these sets will make sense if you do it correctly. It's just a good way to go ahead and get some of these done. You could also look at it just to complete the set, right? So we looked at Patrick Queen and we know he went about 260. So basically what you would have to do is use all of his hero tokens for, I believe it's 25 of them. So 8,000 times 25 would come out to a 200,000. And, we just said that he's selling for about 260,000. So if you can go ahead and do this, right? So it actually looks like the lowest one right now is 9.3, which would go into our profit on the other method. So you can use a little bit of both of them. Even if you added 1,000 per 25 cards, that would still only be 225. You sell at 260 and you still make a profit. So with this all rookie right now, there isn't a ton of ways to make profit. You really want to see what card you have in your item binder just in general, because a lot of these sets can be done for profit. It's really going to be random, but you definitely can make profit on a lot of these sets. It's just a good way to go backwards and look at, some of these sets that maybe people aren't doing anymore. And then you can go ahead and make coins on a lot of them. Archives is always a great way to just go back and look. They won't always be profitable, but sometimes archives will be profitable to make you guys some money as well. The most tried and true way to end this video is always going to be these get a player packs though. It's not going to tell you the odds, but for 500 coins, you open it up and you pretty much can't lose, right? You can only make. So we literally got a silver, which is literally the worst you can get. And that's not even going to be, constant. So we'll open up another one just to see what we get this time. So we got a gold player right off the bat. Boom, 74 Darius Slane. Probably doesn't go for a ton. Some of them might go for a little bit more depending on, how much those cards are going for their theme team, right? If they need to be put in power-ups, you might get some low elites from those or just anything like that. But hopefully this video does help you guys out. Like I said, it's not going to be the most consistent coin making, but if you can get training for cheap, maybe Xbox is cheaper as well, right? So PlayStation usually is a little bit more expensive. If you're on Xbox, you might be able to get these cards for cheaper. Training might be cheaper, which will help you out to complete these sets for cheaper. So definitely go ahead and drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell. And as always, I will see you guys next time.